So hi, welcome back to my channel. And do y'all want to hear some hit and misses from W7 Makeup? Well, stay tuned after the intro and we'll get right into it. Happy Monday, everybody. And today is our free for all day. So any of you that is new to my channel, welcome. My name is Rebecca. And every Monday we do a free for all where you never know what I'm going to be doing on Monday. And then every Friday is our product spotlight of the week. And you never know what I'm going to be spotlighting. It could be something I already own or something new that I want to share with you guys. And then every now and then I do upload a bonus video for you guys. So make sure if you haven't already, go on down there and hit that subscribe button. And make sure you tap that little notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a video. So let's go ahead and dive into today's video. And today's video is going to be all about W7 makeup. Now W7 makeup is I believe it's like a European makeup. It's kind of like your number 7, but it's called W7. And I ordered all of this I'm going to show you today off of Amazon. And it is actually a very cheap makeup line. I think the most that I paid for anything down here that I'm fixing to show you is $8.97, which is the eyeshadow palette. Everything else ranged anywhere from $6.97 and down low. So I do have some hits and I do have some misses that I want to share with you guys. Everything that I have today, I do have on my face. The only thing that I didn't actually order in W7 is my foundation. And I'm actually wearing my Urban Decay today. And my eyeliner is not W7. And my eyeshadow primer, I actually do have an eyeshadow primer coming, but it could be weeks before I get it in. So I went ahead and did the video, and I'll just have to let you guys know later on if the eyeshadow primer worked. So I'm actually wearing my Milani eyeshadow primer, but everything else is W7. So let's just dive right into it. So let's go ahead and start out with the primer. Okay, the primer here, it actually is a hit. Okay, and this is the primer. It's anti-dull, okay, shine, balancing primer, camera ready. Okay, and with the primer, when it first came out, I'm going to just show you a little bit on the back of my hand. I actually did get really scared because as you can see, it's really purple. So I actually got really nervous putting this primer on. I thought, oh my goodness, you know, it's going to go into my skin and it's going to look purple. But no, as you can see, I just blended it out. You can't even tell that it was there. This particular item here is a hit. It really did blur my skin, and I really felt like it filled in my pores. It just kind of mattified my skin, and I thought it worked really well underneath the makeup. So I'm actually glad I got this. I actually can't remember how much each individual item was, but this particular primer here is a hit, and I'm glad I got it. It just kind of evened out, like I said, a lot of my skin tone, and I really did like it. It really blurred a lot, so I did like the primer. So the primer was a hit. The next thing that I used, let's see, I'm just kind of going in the order, okay? So let's go ahead and talk about this W7 Camouflage Kit, okay? And here is what it looks like. Get it open. I mean, take out the little brush so we don't lose the little brush. But here is actually what it looks like. Okay. And these are actually a bunch of different concealers. And I actually used this concealer here today. This particular palette here is a miss. And the reason I say it's a miss is I always try the brushes that comes with something first before I do anything else. So just by using the little brush here that came with it, I couldn't even blend it on under my eyes. I do feel like it settled in my lines. but it did cover up the dark circles, at least the color that I used. But it was very waxy, very thick. I applied it with my finger. It's very hard to blend out. So this particular item here, you know, it was also, like I said, all the W7 makeup was pretty cheap. But I would have to say this was a miss for me. I just felt like it did settle in my lines. It just felt super thick going on. It felt heavy. It didn't want to blend. It was very waxy. So, yeah, I didn't really enjoy this particular item here. Okay. Then the next thing that I'm going to talk about, let's go ahead and just talk about this eyeshadow palette. Okay. So, I was super excited to get this eyeshadow palette here. Let's beat it. And the colors in it is actually gorgeous. You do have some mattes. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, I think about 4 mattes, and the rest is shimmers. But here is the colors that's in this particular palette here. And you can see, you know, the colors that I used. I used this particular color right here is what I used as a transition shade for my eyes. I actually used this white creamy color here for all over my lids after my primer to kind of set my eyes. I use this darker brown here on the outer corners of my eyes and in my crease. And then I use this kind of a coppery, like penny color here on my inner lids of my eyes. And then I use this like taupey silver right here. I use it to kind of try to spotlight my lids. And here is what the eyeshadow looks like. Okay, so to tell you a little bit about the eyeshadow, or at least my opinion, this one here was also, I'm sorry, my hair is still wet from my shower, so it's kind of, I should have put it up. But anyway, so this particular item here, it's a miss for me. It didn't have really good color payoff as far as the pigmentation goes. On the darker color on the outer of my eye, this is about 3 layers. I had to really build it up about 3 times. The white, it worked to set down my primer and create a smooth canvas for my eyes, but as far as having a lot of color payoff, oh, and I did use this this particular pink here, right here, and I'm using my older camera, so I'm sorry, but it's actually pink. I did use that on my brow bone, but anyway, I really had to build it. And then as far as the shimmery colors, you know, that I used on my lid, I had to wet my brush down to get any payoff of that. And then the pink I had used on top here on my brow bone. And it looks matte in here, but when you go put it on your eye, it looks shimmery. So yeah, so it was a little bit of a disappointment. I had to really work on the look that I've got. It was real patchy. It did not blend easy. It was almost a mess. I almost just didn't do it, but I went ahead and followed through. But you know, it's really not a bad colors. You know, you can build them. And the eye look, like I said, I really had to work to get this particular eye look that I got. I did have to work on it. As far as I feel like when I started to create the look, and I just used this particular palette here, but I felt like when I started to get the look, I didn't have enough colors to do a complete look. I felt like there's more shimmers than mattes, you know, and this was the most expensive thing that I got out of everything, and it was the $8.97 here. And you know, I don't know, I just, if you don't got a lot of money, you could probably go to the drugstore and pick up maybe a better palette for that amount of money than this. The colors are nice, but yeah, it takes a lot of work to just get what I got. And yeah, I wasn't real, it didn't really cause me to be real inspired, you know, to kind of create, you know, this is about the look. And yeah, I had to really work on to get what I got. So this was a miss for me. Okay, so then the next thing, oh, let me put the brush back. Okay, so then the next thing that I got is, let's see, we'll just go ahead, we'll go on with this mascara. So I got this mascara, and this mascara is called Big Lash Mascara. Okay, and this is what it looks like. Okay, and it's just in black. We'll go ahead and show you the end here. Nice big end. I'm kind of neutral on this. I think I need to use this a little bit more. I'm real spoiled to my Scandalize. That is like my favorite mascara, and that's the mascara that I always go to. But this one wasn't bad. I do feel like it added some length to my eyes. It doesn't feel cakey or anything on my eyes, which is good. I don't notice any flaking of it as of right now. But I guess I wanted like more volume to my lashes, and I just don't feel like it was creating a lot of volume. It was separating my lashes nice. But it just didn't create a lot of volume or length. So I think I need to play with this a little bit more before. So I'm not going to say it was a hit or a miss. You know, it wasn't necessarily a miss, but I don't know if it's up there with I just loved it yet. I'm going to go ahead and try it again. Just maybe the first time using it, it just was kind of, you know. Now this here that I got, this Banana Dreams and the setting spray actually came in a set together. The setting spray I did use, and I did like, but it comes out a lot, like the spray. Let me see if I can show you guys. I don't know if y'all can see that. Did you see that? That's a lot to come out, but it smells kind of pleasant. It almost reminds me of like hairspray, but a good smelling hairspray, if that makes sense, is the way that it smells. But it comes out a lot on my face. Like, it really drenched my face when I didn't want to drench my face so much. And then I had to take my beauty blender and kind of tap it into my skin. But it really wasn't bad. Let me see where my glasses are so I can read you what kind of primer. Well, I'll just show you the primer up close, and that way you could see. But this is, yeah, this is, and it's not focus, camera, focus. There we go. Okay, so this is Makeup Fixer Finishing Spray is what it is. Let me put on my glasses for just a second and see. But yeah, this is a face spray, long-lasting makeup fixer. Okay, so that's all it says on here. It doesn't smell bad. I would have to wear my makeup all day to see how well it does. But once I took that beauty blender and blotted it in, it seemed like it worked fine. It's not really causing no mattifying effect to my face or illuminating effect. It just kind of, I don't know, I guess it reminds me of like a hairspray for the face. So, and I don't know if that's the way all makeup setting sprays are supposed to be, but that's what this reminds me of. So this is a hit. I mean, it's not bad. Like I said, I would have to wear my makeup, and it doesn't tell you how long it's going to last. So I'd have to wear my makeup for like a long time to see if it worked. But right now, this is a hit. I'm not disappointed with that at all. And then it came with this, and this is the Banana Dreams loose powder. Okay, and it is just a loose powder with the sifter. Okay. And I would have to say this here is a hit. This actually is a big hit for me. I mean, this is my second favorite product that I got. I used it under my eyes when I first got done putting that concealer down, and I did use it wherever I put the concealer, and I love it. I feel like it did brighten up underneath my eyes, and I love this. This, like I said, is my second favorite thing out of what I got, and it was cheap. I think it might have been $4.97, maybe $6.97. So, and it came with that setting spray. So that setting spray, I think, is like a little sample. But this would have been worth it just by itself. So I don't regret this. This was a very big hit for me. This is the first time I've ever had a banana powder. So I really enjoyed it, and I will be putting this to good use. So this was a big hit for me. Okay, and then let me show you another little thing. So this here is the W7 Kiss Me Plumping Gloss. I do have it on my lips right now. This is what it looks like, the bottle itself. Okay, I love the little shiny pink. And it just has kind of like a teardrop applicator is what it has on it. It is clear. Do it again. And it's just a clear gloss, and I don't have any other lipstick on with it because I just want to try out this clear gloss. But I like it. It is not sticky on my lips. It's not tacky. It's not necessarily, you know, it feels like it stays wet, which, you know, it's a gloss. So I'm sure that that's what it's going to do. I don't know so much about plumping my lips or making it feel like they're plump, but it smells like peppermint, and it almost has a cooling sensation to my lips, like a mint, almost like a peppermint. So This was a hit for me. I think this would be really nice to put, like, maybe under my lipstick and then put some lipstick over it, or even over your lipstick just to give your lips a little bit of shine. So that was a hit for me. And then this here, I ordered this because this kind of reminds me of, the Hoola bronzer that comes in that little box. I don't have any of it, so, but it comes in a little box, and I did try out the brush with it. Okay, and this is what it looks like. This is the color of it. Okay, and to me, go ahead and try to swatch it on. Okay, and to me, this particular item here was a big hit also. I did enjoy it. I did use it. Um, I've never tried the Hoola bronzer to be able to tell you how close together they are. I've never tried it, but I really liked it. I thought it had very good color payoff. It worked really well with my skin tone, and this was super cheap, and I like that it's in the little box, so all of your fallout kind of stays in your box, and I even like the brush that came with it. So this was a hit. Now, I don't know, it just says Honolulu, so I don't know if that's the color. This was the only one I saw on Amazon. And now this one here was a miss for me. This is the Honey Queen Honeycomb Blusher is what this is called. Okay. This, like I said, was a miss. A big miss for me. Okay. You got the same kind of little brush that comes in that bronzer, and I did use the brush. But here's what the blusher, the Honeycomb Blusher, looks like. Okay. Not too bad. As far as you can tell, let's see, I swatched it right here. As you can tell, there is hardly no color payoff. I did use it as a blusher, and I didn't use no other blusher so that I could give it a fair shot. It's not bad, but to me, I think I would use it more for a highlighter than I would a blush because there's no color payoff to it. There's a little bit of a sheen to it. So I probably would not use this as a blush, but it's supposed to be a honeycomb blusher. So that was a miss for me because, like I said, there's no color payoff to it. It just basically just created like a shine on the apples of my cheeks, as you can see here. So that was a miss. Now, my favorite thing that I got today out of this W7 line is this bad boy right here. Okay? And it's called Strobe Time. Okay? And it's just a highlighting palette. Okay? And here is your colors. Okay? This is the favorite thing that I got today. Okay? I don't know if you could see. Oh, let's see. Yeah. I don't think you can see. Let's go ahead and let me just show you. If you can't already see, it is just, whenever I put it on, and I know you can't tell because I'm using my older camera, but when I put it on, it just like, can you see? It just illuminates. I've also got a little bit on my nose, a little bit on my Cupid's bow, and I love this. This just, when I'm sitting there putting it on, it's just getting brighter and brighter, more intense, more intense, more intense. So I love this. So this was a big hit, and I think this might have been like $6.97. So this is definitely a big hit for me. My favorite thing out of all the W7s that I got today was this, because it really did, to me, it just really created like a really nice shine, So yeah, it was a big hit. So that's pretty much my thoughts on the W7 makeup. And like I said, you can get all of these from Amazon is where I got it. And it's a pretty cheap makeup line. So if you want to try out some makeup from somewhere that, because we don't sell it here that I know of. At least we don't here where I'm at. So if you want to try out a cheap makeup, you can. They do have tons of other eyeshadow palettes that, this is just the one that I picked because I thought it was real pretty. They have different highlighters on there. I didn't see anything different. These are the only two like this that I saw. And then, of course, I do have different primers. I just picked this one. And, they have that. So, yeah. So, my thoughts is, most of this I will use. Some of this, yeah, it's a miss. But, they're pretty cheap, so I don't feel like I wasted just a whole amount of money on some of these products. But, yeah, some of these was a waste, yeah. Yeah, so anyway, so that's my thoughts. I hope you all enjoyed the video today, and if you did, please give me a big thumbs up, and make sure you go on down there and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I think that's going to do it for me. So until I see you guys on Friday, make sure you just be you, and don't forget, you are beautiful. Yes, you are. You're gorgeous. So until Friday, guys, bye.